Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Monday, September 15. In Squiz Kids Today, democracy debate and Charlie Kirk, signs of life on Mars, footy finals winners and losers, and demon hunters dominate the charts. That's what's making news, kid style.
The Lowdown.
Today is International Day of Democracy, which I know is making you all roll your eyes and think boring, but bear with me, because there's arguably no more important time for us to stop and think about how lucky we are to live in a democracy, and what the important parts of a democracy are, including the importance of respectful disagreement. Respectful disagreement means having a different opinion to someone, but not being upset or offended by that different opinion. It's about learning to disagree respectfully and live in harmony with lots of people who have lots of different ideas. It's especially an important time for us to reflect on that with all of the Charlie Kirk news coming out of the United States, a man some of you may have come across on social media. Before he was shot and killed last week while speaking to students on a university campus, he was a man that was famous for expressing a series of opinions and ideas that some people agreed with and some people didn't. Video of him being shot was shared widely on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, often appearing on kids' feeds without warning. And when something like that happens, it can give rise to feelings of shock or disbelief or anxiousness. A not really great feeling in our tummies. And that's okay. The important thing if you feel like that is to talk to a trusted adult. Tell them how you're feeling and let them help you, because conversations can cure just about everything. Unfortunately, the algorithms that shape what we see on social media means that you might accidentally come across content that your brains are just not yet ready to process. So, take a break from YouTube. Put down your device. Sounds crazy, I know, but maybe even meet up with your friends and play outside. Just give your little brains a break. And when you're ready to learn a bit more about democracy, what it means, and why we have one, and why it's important to protect it, have a listen to our excellent 4-part series, The Sensational World of Civics, and/or jump into the Squiz Kids Q&A with our Governor-General Sam Mostyn, available on our website or on the Squiz Kids YouTube channel.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've gone extraplanetary, as in we've left the globe behind altogether and landed on the surface of Mars. And that's because the rover that we sent up there a couple of years ago has just sent back photos showing what scientists think could be signs of ancient life on the red planet. So, to recap, a couple of years back, we humans sent up a robotic vehicle to the surface of Mars. The name of that vehicle is Perseverance, and its job every single day is to roam about the planet looking for signs of alien life. And in photos sent back recently, there are markings on red stone on the planet which look like they may have been created by microbiological organisms, which is a fancy term for teeny tiny living things. And while it's not yet proof that there is or was life on Mars, and it's not exactly the sort of Martian we were hoping we might find up there, in the scientific world it's nevertheless a cause for quite a bit of excitement. Because we've all seen Guardians of the Galaxy, and who doesn't love an alien life form?
Sport time.
It's footy finals time, folks, and it's crunch time. In the NRL, the Melbourne Storm were just too good for the Canterbury Bulldogs. The Penrith Panthers set their sights on an historic 5-peat, beating the Warriors. The Sharks took a chunk out of the Roosters and sent them packing. And in an edge-of-the-seat thriller in Canberra, the Brisbane Broncos staged a heart-stopping come-from-behind surge to beat the Raiders in Golden Point. It means this weekend coming, the Broncos and Storm get a rest, while the Sharks take on the Raiders and the Bulldogs face off against the Panthers, with the losers of those games dropping out and the winners forging on. Meanwhile, in the AFL, 2 very convincing semi-final wins for Hawthorn and Brisbane at the weekend, with the Hawks too strong for the Crows on Friday night and the Lions just too good for their Queensland rivals the Gold Coast Suns at the Gabba on Saturday night. Both teams will now head to the MCG for this weekend's preliminary finals, with the Hawks set to take on Geelong on Friday night, while the Lions look to defend the premiership in their match against Collingwood on Saturday night. How good is footy?
Pop Culture Corner.
So, asking for a friend, but how many times exactly have you lot watched K-pop Demon Hunters? I'm only wondering because the ARIA music charts, which are the charts that keep track of how many times songs have been streamed or played or purchased, released its numbers for the week just gone, and no fewer than 5 songs from the hit Netflix movie are in the top 10. What It Sounds Like is in at number 10, How It's Done has taken the 9th spot on the charts, 2 spots ahead at number 7 is the Saja Boys hit Your Idol, sitting at 5, and no great surprise here, is the song Soda Pop, while Golden occupies the number 1 spot again. Meanwhile, the choreographer who worked on the movie has said that she'd really like to work with BTS next. K-Popapalooza.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. At which famous sports ground in the Victorian capital will the AFL preliminary finals happen this coming weekend? Yeah, that's right, they're taking place at the MCG. Question number 2. Starting with the letter P, what's the name of the rover that's currently roving around on Mars? Did you say Perseverance? You would be correct. Question number 3. How many songs does the K-pop Demon Hunters movie have in Australia's top 10 music charts? That's right, it has 5. Count 'em. 5.
Shout-outs.
It's Monday, September 15. As we discussed in the lowdown, today is International Democracy Day. Plus, the Tokyo Athletics World Championships continue today. Plus, it's Emmy Awards Day, where the best TV shows on American TV get trophies. Busy day. It's also a special day for these Squiz kids celebrating a birthday today and tomorrow. Samarth from Strathtola, Harry from St James, Alastair from Ngunnawal, Dan from Adelaide, Seppi from Ivanhoe, Mary from Goornong and Jonathan from Bulleen. And belated birthday shout-outs go to Ruby from Northmead, Jake from Adelaide, Cambria from Goolwa and Anne from Trafalgar. And classroom shout-outs today go to Class 5-6 Blue with Mrs Murphy at St Pius X Primary School in Windale, Room 7-6 at Goolwa Primary School, Class 4 LR with Miss Ronalds at Mount View Primary School, Class 6-7 MT at Cooee Rupp Primary School, and Class 4 with Mrs Reed at Snowy Valley School in Tumut. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with a Squiz Kids shortcut on outlaws and rebels. From Ursula the Sea Witch to Ned Kelly in his tin can armour, some of the so-called bad guys of history and fiction are the very ones we end up cheering for. So, with Bad Guys 2 hitting cinemas this week, we're diving into the rebels and rule breakers who steal, fight and stir up trouble, but who also force us to think differently about fairness, courage and change. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.